Alright, alright. This is quite weird for a video like. Oh fuck! Hold on, I gotta go on stream.
This guy.
Bro, okay, okay. We're not built for this. That's why. Videos like these are not for me, honestly. I mean, that's why we'd rather have AJ do it, but I mean, dude's too busy gooning in the corner over there. So like, I don't know.
Is he going to
Some
Persona
anything.
porn or something?
Obviously.
Makima.
But anyways, oh, never thought we'd come back to fan battle. Wow. Bro, I'm still kind of mad we kind of skipped over Ridley versus Vilgax. That one was a good episode. I mean, whatever. Whatever, man. At least we got this one. And hopefully, like, next time, probably something cool. I don't know. It could be whatever. They always do some crazy shit. But, anyways.
We'll probably watch it regardless, to be honest.
Yeah, because, I mean, we tried asking, but it's kind of dead. But, like, whatever. At least you get something. You get content. Yay! Alright, someone shoot wobble right now. But, for real. We do have one new person. Well, honorary. My
Yo,
dabs. He said something right. I said
what's
something.
up?
There he is.
You
Yeah,
guys
I just
keep fucking
invited
over
him
each other.
because. Yeah.
New best Gammabro character.
All right, bro. Shut up. I'm gonna kick you out now. Get out.
What?
I'm fucking.
Yay!
Yeah, okay. Anyways, for real, for real. We're here watching the new fan battle, so that's all, really. Nothing else.
I was just say he's actually God.
Wait, he actually.
I knew you guys missed me.
No, okay. Okay, buddy. I was like, I didn't hear the fucking thing. I was like, oh, he probably went quiet. No, motherfucker, actually. Alright, whatever. Let's just start this.
Chromatic
Oh yeah,
Dragon, Queen of the
introductions.
Forgotten Realm.
I'm Koda. Z was the guy talking. We have me Dags here and Waba's here, but it's probably be a little quiet. That's the party.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Alduin,
Okay.
world-eating dragon god of Tamriel.
Perhaps no creature across all of fantasy has become
I'm on
as
the Aldo.
emblematic of the genre as the dragon. And these
Gonna
two
run.
betrayed and long
There he
thought
goes.
defeated gods are among the
I'm going
most
for Alduin
mighty
in this.
worms that a mortal could ever fear.
Yeah, I'm
Until
wouldn't
they
be
return
surprised
to
if he
wreak
loses.
havoc on the world of
Alduin
man
sweet, so
once
real.
more.
You
I wouldn't be
already know who
surprised
we
if he
are.
loses or some
And
shit. I
we're
don't
here
know.
to research their strength,
I mean,
speed,
Dungeons and
talents,
Dragons
and
has some
tech
crazy
to
shit,
find
so-
out who would win.
I think
cool,
it's
fair
like
enough.
Uni or
Breed of
something.
dragons, sing
Very
of the
easily.
first world, forged out of chaos and painted with beauty.
Sing of Bahamut, the platinum, molding the shape of the mountains and rivers.
Sing too of
Bahamut?
chromatic
Like,
Tiamat,
you know,
painting all over
Final-
the
Final Fantasy?
infinite canvas.
Shut up, man.
Potnode, they woke in the darkness. Potnode, they labored in acts of creation.
This reading comes from Elegy for the First World, an ancient sacred poem passed down through generations of dragonkind across untold millennia.
And within these texts lay the origins of the first and mightiest of all dragons, the platinum Bahamut and the chromatic Tiamat.
Who worked to create a sprawling masterpiece for their own creations to inhabit. Thus would be born the material plane.
But this act of creation would catch the eyes of the gods, both above and below, who envied the land of dragons. But the gods are mature, stable, and understanding individuals. Oh, who am I kidding? They declared war and invaded.
While Bahamut and Tiamat had power that rivaled the gods themselves, they could not hold the line forever.
Evil.
Bahamut was the first to fall, subdued and imprisoned, while
Pokemon
Tiamat
lore.
fought
What the
desperately
fuck?
to preserve their creation.
The
Is that
Yauga.
the-
But even
Zion
she, in
Pokemon
all
knowledge.
her rage and wrath, would be cast down into the pits of hell for defying the gods.
That's gonna be all of us.
And so, the first world was transformed, and
Even
became
Saya,
home to
that's not
sprawling
slick.
kingdoms of elves, dwarves, and men alike.
Chris
Bahamut
Pratt.
would one day return
Chris
on a
Pratt?
journey to understand this new world,
Mario?
and become embraced by the gods as one of their own.
They
But
pictured him so
Tiamat's
much.
fury
It's like-
never simmered.
Trapped
It's
for
fantastic.
eons in her exile in
Say it's
Avernus,
pretty
the
fantastic.
first layer of hell, she wished nothing more than to escape her captors and burn the realm of the gods
I think it's
down.
a woman.
To restore the proper promised land of dragonkind that
That's a
her and her
woman?
traitorous
That's a
brother
woman.
We
had
all know
brought
Wabba
into
wants to
being.
hit that though.
Bahamut was a
Alright.
weak fool to side with the gods, she thought.
You know I'm not wrong.
So it would
Immediately
fall
don't-
to her to
immediately
reclaim
jumps
the
back up
world
when he
of her
hears a
chromatic
woman.
children and destroy the treacherous metallic spawn of Bahamut.
There has been much debate on what Tiamat's true nature is. Whether she be the apex
That's
of
a
her
girl.
kind, a demigod, or even the archdevil ruler of her own prison of Avernus. But the truth is, she was something much greater.
She was a deity, as much of one as Bahamut or any other one of her sworn enemies were. The goddess of chromatic dragons, to be precise. Chromatic dragons are, for lack of a better term, the bad guys. The ones who face off against brave knights and menace kingdoms and all the fairy tales you know.
While their hosts were innumerable, they primarily came in 5 varieties.
Yo, you
Fire-breathing
Pokemon.
red dragons, lightning-wielding blue dragons, poison-spewing green dragons, ice-spraying white dragons, and
Don't
acid-belching
Pokemon. It's
black
obviously
dragons.
alluding to a
And
Pokemon
Tiamat
match.
has the
next
powers
time.
of
No,
all
watch.
of
no,
them.
no.
Hence the 5 heads. Each
Dude, what would it
breathes a
even
Theo
different
versus
be?
element. And they
Dialga.
can of course do more than
Theo versus
attack
Dialga.
magic.
Watch.
Oh my
Each
god.
one can bite with tremendous
That'd be fun.
power, and her claws are just as
Divine
deadly,
power.
along with her poison-tipped tail stinger.
Much.
And obviously, those wings are
No
just so.
control.
This is normally the
So
part where we'd segue
Yes,
to
so
just how fast those wings can carry her, but measuring the speed of gods with simple numbers is frankly asinine. Even lesser beings can cross infinite distances in literally no time,
Oh,
force their
immeasurable.
stopped time, or traverse
Uh-oh.
the infinite ocean of
That,
time
that's what I
itself.
said. Dungeons and Dragons
That's
has some crazy
a lot
shit,
of
bro.
time. But yeah, Tiamat and her godly compadres should be way above silly things like measurements when it comes to
Alduin
their
may be
attributes. In fact, most of the
And I
time,
still
when
believe
the
in
best
him.
thing
He
gives
probably
that
has, like,
works
some
for
crazy
her,
shit.
he'll probably is looking at an avatar of a weakened aspect.
Like
Oh,
existence
So
eraser or
powerful
something.
is Tiamat's true form that the first world would be fragmented and reformed into infinite realities. A multiverse of
Oh,
countless
well,
timelines born from just
oh,
the aftermath of her
Oh no.
You would think
Oh,
with all this
no.
power, escaping hell
Oh,
would
hey,
be a
80s.
sin.
80s?
But turns out she was stuck in there for good.
I gotta
Eon
pick.
after eon,
Oh, I
scheme
won.
after scheme, it all
He's
come
British?
up short. She's gotten a bit desperate for her shot.
Yugi?
While those schemes started with your typical cults and whatnot, she's gotten creative over
Creative?
the years.
What?
Such as when a new pantheon was forming and she sent a lesser three-headed
Go, my
avatar of herself to
Scarab.
infiltrate their ranks, pass itself off as one of them, and then petition them to be more evil so they could let Tiamat out.
Which Bahamut decided
Thanks,
to
Rap.
stop by doing the exact same thing, turning this into some Scooby-Doo-esque plot of dragon gods. Or when Asmodeus, literal Satan himself, gave her rulership of Avernus
Sounded
only
like
for her to
more.
completely suck at governance and run the place to the ground.
That alone wouldn't be that out there, but Asmodeus, again, literal Satan, felt so bad for her and could tell she was trying her best.
Why does that
he just
Modius model look
let
like
her
the
stay around.
what was his name?
Albeit
That one
not
guy
in a
from
position of
Invincible.
Power. Hell, he later offered her a
Angstrom.
second
Black one.
chance, and she
Angstrom.
Yeah,
turned
Angstrom.
it down because she didn't want to crash the car again and disappoint him.
Well, I guess if you hate the gods, Oak Devils seem like as good an ally as any. Though, being a god gives her a whole host of divine powers. She can manifest avatars with portions of her power, automatically be informed on any dragon-related topics, teleport, change her size, reproduce sounds, fire
that sounds
godly blasts
so-
of energy that can't be blocked,
so
create
suspicious,
barriers,
like, why?
empower her strikes
Feel with
to melee
dragons?
enemies,
Here I am.
regenerate, control reality with Navonis, and seal it off from dimensional travel,
She's a
and
weird
of
one.
course, use magic.
Any magic, in fact. The gods can recreate any spell available to mortals with just idle thought, which gives her access to an unfathomable variety of options.
So
Though
she
she
just has
does
everything?
have her favorites. Invisibility, summoning, time stops, transmutation, telekinesis, energy draining, illusions, and several options for entrapping or destroying an enemy's soul.
She can utter divine words
Yeah,
that
bro,
cripple
my
enemies with her
feet
splendor. And as goddess of chromatic dragons, she can also
gotta pray
seize
for him.
control of any evil dragon she chooses. To be clear, she's not mind controlling them or anything, though she can do that too. It's more like she's physically
Just
puppeteering,
bum.
like Magneto, if Magneto could only
Oh, the
control
goat.
dragons. Dragnito, if you would.
Tiamat's
What?
antics would get to a point where whole
Magneto.
kingdoms would begin
Totally
blaming her
forgot
for literally everything
over
that
and
went
then-
wrong in their lives. Lost the keys? Tiamat. Wheel fell off? Tiamat. Evil book driving you mad? Okay, that was probably Vecna, but still.
Not like anyone could do much. Do you have any idea how hard it is to kill a god? Unless you have some insane artifact or an even greater god than them, good luck. They can power through any kind of damage, banishment of sealing, mental attacks, soul attacks, transmutation, sleeper stun inducement, power draining,
Yeah.
or even just
Dude, are we
straight up
fucking
death
serious?
inducement itself.
There's
Yeah,
a reason
bro,
people
might
have
be
settled for
close.
just
Oh my-
imprisoning her. Even if you found
Oh,
some
boy.
way to kill her,
No,
she'll
bro.
reform within the next few months, good as new. Even
Few
effects that
months?
erase her very concept or scrub her from time itself don't cut it.
Not
Oh,
surprising when the
no.
gods have their own concepts made from pure thoughts and ideals. Even if all else fails, she can use legendary resistances.
A supernatural ability possessed
she
by
just has
only the
everything, what the
greatest
fuck?
creatures, legendary resistance can be called on so many times in a given day, generally 3, to automatically resist any effect targeting
I
you,
can't say anything. She doesn't have
regardless
any
of its
weaknesses I
potency.
can think of.
Yeah, and it's the most
she has a move
bullshit
that just
mechanic in the
resists if
game.
anything
Fuck
you
you,
throw at her.
dude. I rolled max damage on a fireball and they got a 2. What do you mean they get to go nuh-uh?
Now, in fairness, being a greater god than her doesn't necessarily require raw power, as lesser gods have bested their superiors before. Rather, it's about belief. The number of people who believe in her is what fuels her power, and should that belief
What?
be taken from her, she will
Oh,
weaken
Alduin commits
exponentially.
genocide.
Likewise,
somehow
those
wins,
with
I don't know.
more believers than her can put her on the back foot, as greater gods can always bypass the immunities and defenses of the ones below them, regardless of if your definition relies on power or belief.
So, all that being said, did she ever actually get out of hell?
No.
Once? Pretty recently, actually. After she found out Asmodeus had been conspiring against her, and she organized her cult to revive her.
Wait, so like, what was stopping her from doing that before? Did she just like not want to abandon her bestie, Satan?
The planes may never know. Not like it matters, given her weakened state was pushed back down basically immediately upon emerging.
And so, as we speak, she's back where she always is, in the first layer of hell, plotting and biding her time, waiting for the day her escape will be made manifest. The day where the false land of the gods will burn, and with her brother cast aside, she will take her throne again as the true queen of dragonkind, and the first world will come to be
fuck is
once
that?
more under her solitary rule. So
Brain or
bow before your
something, I don't
queen,
know.
and bow before your god.
Hey, that was a crazy analysis, though, Michael.
Dude, she
What?
had fucking everything, dude.
I was
The
so
scrolls
happy,
have
like,
foretold
It just kept on
of
going.
black wings in the cold, that when
Okay.
brothers wage war...
Let's see what Alduin has.
Alduin,
He
please,
should
bro.
roll
Alduin,
something.
Bane of
Please, bro.
Kings, ancient shadow unbound, with a hunger to swallow the world.
Thus sings the
Not to go
song
out
of
yet.
the Dragonborn,
You gotta have
and thus
something.
is the prophecy of Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh.
Long ago, the progenitor god of the dragons, Akatosh, set into motion the very cosmos themselves, creating the land known as Tamriel, the world known as Nirn, and the universe known as Mundus. It was through Akatosh that deific dragons like Alduin would come to life, often with a grand purpose befitting of their station.
For Alduin, he would become the World Eater, destined to literally devour the world, perhaps even time itself, in order to facilitate the cycle of existence's recreation. These cycles being known as Kalpas.
Now, Tamriel is a world of fantastical wonder. Emperors are assassinated every other week, portals to hell randomly open up on your commute to work, and an ambiguously immortal cat guy searches for utensils on the side of the road every single day. However, even in a land filled with trolls and goblins alike, it was the dragons that truly struck fear into the hearts of men.
Needless to say, Alduin's apocalyptic nature, along with the terror of the dragons themselves,
The
tended
worm.
to overshadow any perceivable benefits to restarting the universe, like a terrible
worm.
comic book movie desperately trying to set the stage for a new cinematic era.
Oh my god.
As such, Alduin would become something of a deviant of the Holy Akatosh, feared by the Nords of Skyrim rather than be worshipped.
Can you really blame them? The universe getting on and off again isn't exactly something
for
that
us.
gives you warm fuzzies, and this is far from Alduin's first time doing this. Truth is, the universe has come and gone a quite literally innumerable number of times, with Alduin remembering every last one of them.
It was only a matter of time, of course, until
he
he
just
grew
watched
weary
everything
of the
explode.
never-ending, repeating loop he found himself in. Eventually, Alduin desired more. Tired of his arduous, perhaps even righteous duty in a sense, the World Eater set his sights on total domination of Mundus, the universe itself.
And so, Alduin and his draconic followers waged war on Creation, seeking to break the cycle of rebirth entirely. Bad news for Creation, cause Alduin and his gang are stupid powerful.
Devouring the universe is an even more impressive feat than you might first think. The planet Nirn, and therefore Mundus, exists in a multiversal structure contained within the expanse of Oblivion.
Oh, okay, wait a
How
minute.
insane this world is. Shadows
on,
here
how do
aren't
we
just
down
flashes
yet?
of light, but rather reflections of all possible worlds. A guy named Azra Nightwielder was able to actually meld all possible versions of himself across all existence
did a
into one
fucking
entity
Timo-
by using these
Oh
same shadows.
my
Essentially,
lord.
Mundus refers to an infinite
Not out yet.
multiverse.
He's not out yet.
And Alduin's
Alduin
9 to 5
default.
is devouring it over and over and over again. And as if that wasn't enough, he wielded the power inherent in all dragons, the Thum, or
Oh
shouts.
my god.
Su'um is a powerful branch of magic, focused on
Alduin, please,
verbal
bro, I
spoken
need
power.
this.
By speaking certain incantations, dragons and their kin can incur the wrath of various ethereal abilities, ranging from the self-explanatory unrelenting force to the mind-manipulating bend will.
Learning a shout, let alone using it, is far more advanced than just speaking its words. To even attempt using one, the speaker must comprehend and encompass the very nature of that which they are speaking, taking all of its essence and concept into their very soul before letting out their cry.
And Alduin's shown mastery of several of them. He can breathe fire and frost, blast out the aforementioned unrelenting force, summon meteors, resurrect the dead, and create a deadly mist that robs those exposed to it of their souls.
In fact, he was able to spread that mist across the endless realm of Aetherius, which is the same place he can call meteors from an infinite distance away. Makes sense he'd have those unfathomable levels of speed when his whole thing is devouring infinities.
And because nothing can ever be simple, being eaten by him isn't just your typical digestive affair. Rather, you and anything else in his gullet gets wiped out of existence
Didn't
entirely,
exist
and
any-
the more he eats, the bigger he gets. Big enough to
well,
cover a
it
whole
doesn't
country
get,
and
like,
fit
resistant to
bones
that,
of his
so,
nose.
Yeah, I do.
Actually eats
I don't think it-
time
Oh
itself.
my fucking
Like when
god.
he ate the
Oh,
literal
come
time of the
on.
entire population of Skyrim, turning fully grown adults into children.
Sorry, I'm still just looking at these shouts, and there's a lot. While he hasn't personally shown usage of all of them, given he's lived for, well, forever, we can assume he has all the powers available to his lesser
Why is there
kin.
so many? of
Aura
them?
Whisper can detect nearby presences, Soul Tear can directly rip out someone's soul, become ethereal, drain vitality, slow time, bend will. Well, okay, a lot of these do what they say on the can.
So, like, how did the ancient Nords of Skyrim even defeat him? Obviously they won the war, given Skyrim's still around, right?
Well, they won the war, but they didn't necessarily beat him. Rather, they cast him into the future, basically just making him someone else's problem. This was possible thanks to the aid of Parthenax, Alduin's trusted friend and lieutenant, who turned against the dragon god to stop his tyranny. Whether or not that absolves him of his war crimes as Alduin's right-hand worm, we'll let you decide that.
Alduin would emerge in the future where people had basically forgotten about the dragons altogether, regarding them as just mere fairy tales, with almost all traces of their worship gone entirely. In fact, some early reports of his return were brushed off as just mad ramblings. It'd be like if people began saying Thanos was attacking.
Because of this, the world was ill-prepared for Alduin's return, and he would resume where he left off, seeking to wipe the slate clean one final time and rule alongside his brethren. But one hero would emerge, a champion of legend who would stop him.
The
The one
Dragonborn.
they call the Dragonborn.
So did the Dragonborn and World Eater do battle, their epic clash set to the backdrop of a nation warring within itself. With the help of the wise old Greybeards, the Dragonborn grew strong enough to oppose Alduin, taking their battle to the Nordic afterlife of Sovngarde for their final duel.
Ultimately, Alduin was defeated, his invulnerability stripped away, and his body reduced to ashes in the wind. Even so, this is not the end of Alduin, for as long as his soul remains intact, he could very well return someday.
Alduin isn't really bound by physics, or logic for that matter. He was so unkillable that he only lost when the concept of mortality was imposed onto him by force, and up until then, he was totally invulnerable to any and all attacks thrown at him.
Not entirely surprising. Alduin would need to be able to survive actually consuming an absurdly massive cosmological structure for basically all eternity. However, there is perhaps more to Alduin's invulnerability than just not taking damage. As a god, Alduin can be construed to possess many of the same physical and conceptual attributes of other deities.
For instance, even Daedra, basically demons, who are of lesser cosmological stature than Alduin, predate concepts as a whole, and in fact inspired what those concepts would later be defined as. Akatos, of
Okay,
whom Alduin is
that's
conceived and
something.
intrinsically linked to, created causality, space and time, and Alduin can exist without these concepts between kalpas.
There are even mortals who have attained true immortality and become platonic ideals, or straight-up abstract disembodied entities. Effectively, in truth, it's not so much that Alduin has some arbitrary physical immunity to damage, so much as he just doesn't abide by the same rules of reality
I'm not
as
like
everyone
y'all.
else. Without specifically, forcefully imposing concepts onto Alduin like Dragonrend did, he's simply impossible to harm through conventional means from lesser beings.
Though, even if they can't kill him for good, beings on par with him can still mess him up, like when he fought the warrior god Shor. But that doesn't mean much if he can come back from basically anything short of his soul being annihilated, something that even the Dragonborn couldn't do.
Makes sense, given Alduin should at minimum have the same sort of defenses that the Dragonborn does, and they were able to resist having their soul yoinked out by the Soul Cairn, and having their mind controlled by fellow Dragonborn Mirach using Bend Will on them.
But, one way or another, the people of Skyrim, nope, all of Mundus, could celebrate. For Alduin had been vanquished and would menace them no longer.
With his dreams of conquest halted, perhaps Alduin will return to his duty as the World Eater, resetting the cycle of life and time itself. All the wiser to the mortal and dragonborn men who opposed his great ambitions before. Or perhaps he will break the cycle once again, unrelenting until all bow before their god.
You cannot prevail against me.
God.
I will outlast you.
Oh boy.
Come on, Alduin, bro.
Okay, the
I
fighters
don't
are
even
ready.
know
The
where
numbers
to
Dude,
go
are
they
for it.
both have
Because, like,
crazy shit, like Alduin just existing. What the fuck, bro? These are just dragons, but they're like more than that.
I don't know,
like all
man.
the big stuff came like later on. It's like, oh, okay. Now I don't know. Like
Dude,
they
how do
seem to
you
be
put these
even.
fuckers? How do you put them down if they just can't be harmed by like physical?
Time to run this.
I don't know.
Let's get ready for a
I'm
deathmatch!
just for
Definitely
Alduin, but I
not.
wouldn't be surprised if she wins.
Amativ di Lavu. Forward, my legion. Wipe this world anew and claim the souls they ignorantly hoard. Fear, weaklings. You dare such insolence in the face of your end? Show your meager self.
You call yourself a dragon? You are no child of mine. I have seen wormlings born from broods countless generations from my first, with the greater spark of divinity within them.
Sa Dova. I am firstborn of Akatos.
I like how it's like
and
a
you
book.
should be wise to
Yeah.
hold your tongues
Like a
before I tear
story.
them out.
Come then! Break your fangs upon
Kind of
me,
reminded me of King Arthur
and be
versus
cast down forevermore into Beator.
Robin Hood.
Oh, already going to spells.
Salo, like all creation, you are reduced to dust in the winds of this place.
I'm sorry. Did you think the dragon was me?
Oh. The true form?
Oh.
Already?
Already?
Yeah, they're shattering through time already.
Roda!
Who's Rhoda?
You were a fool to try claiming the Thum for yourself.
She tried it. Oh my god.
To know its power.
Oh, it worked back.
Here, weaklings indeed. I know not what layer of oblivion we are. But we are far from
my
your
God,
realm,
you're
false Dova.
Yes. Yes. After all these eons, I am unbound.
How about?
They're just fucking fighting.
In Silosti, your soul is mine, chromatic usurper.
I usurp no one. I am the betrayed. And I will not let my righteous claim be forsaken by the likes of you.
Wow.
Will bow!
Kraav. I see now. All your splendor. It is not your own. You require them, the mortals,
Oh.
and their superstition.
Yeah, it, like
He's gonna
they
commit
create.
genocide.
Oh, swallowing all the space and time. This part.
What have you done?
Oh.
My creation! My children!
You are no god to rely on mere mortals for your power, false Dova. And that weakness shall be your undoing. Here at both the start and the end, obey your master. Gol Hato! Die, knowing the new world of Dova will be built on your bones. You will be forgotten as nothing more than an afterthought of my legendary reign.
The only legend that shall survive this day is me!
No fucking way!
Oh no.
My faithful, my kin, they are not my weakness! Worship is the greatest strength of all gods, and you are no god!
Niskos! It cannot be!
Listen and listen well, World Eater, for I will not speak again. I know of you, and all your chaos. You are no spawn of mine. And for the fate of all my creation, all of my children, I unmake thee. Now and forever.
Dragonborn doing something.
See,
Yeah.
what I tell ya? Bullshit ability.
Yeah, I
With
kind of wasn't
beings as
surprised.
storied as these
Bro,
two,
that
this fight was
cooked.
incredibly complicated to figure out. But once all the pieces were in play, a winner became apparent. To highlight why, let's look at their stats, abilities, and
Oh my God,
experience.
yeah.
To kick it off, it's no secret Alduin's been doing this way longer than Tiamat.
Yeah.
So Tiamat
Dude
predates
doesn't even
time,
exist
but
by the
outdoes
fucking law.
Alduin.
And of course, Alduin has been around since not just the start
All
of
he's
time,
gonna
but the
get.
start of countless times, having lived through innumerable Kalpas, all of which he's destroyed.
Tiamat, meanwhile, has spent her already much shorter existence mostly stuck in a cave in hell doing Team Rocket shenanigans.
All this to say, Alduin holds a massive edge over Tiamat when it comes to their actual experience, both in general and using their abilities.
But speaking of, let's talk about those abilities.
This part's actually fairly interesting, but not much of a competition. Both of them have shown the capabilities to use a selection of spells and shouts respectively, but in theory should have access to many more.
Unfortunately for Alduin, that doesn't mean much. Whether or not you compare their smaller list or their full hypothetical arsenals, Tiamat blows Alduin out of the water. With their full lists, basically anything Alduin can do, Tiamat has multiple better versions of, and then hundreds of things on top of that. Even with their limited lists, that sentiment holds true, and Tiamat's knowledge on everything dragon-related would keep her in the loop about Alduin.
Both could control souls, Tiamat's normal breath weapons could match Alduin's elemental shouts, and while Alduin could hypothetically slow time, only Tiamat could outright stop it. Even Bend Will is surpassed by Tiamat's much more fundamental manipulation
Yeah, I was
of
gonna point that
dragon
out.
mind as a whole.
You
Whether
can't
or
say
not
like,
That's
you
the-
prevent their
like
stages
slow it
or
down, but
let
not
them access
bounce
their
on it.
wider
It that's
arsenals,
kind of
Tiamat comfortably
that's gonna
ties
hurt a
up
little
the
bit.
score.
Finally, the
May have
big one.
lost, but
Let's
he
talk
won in
about
my
their
heart.
raw physical attributes. While both of these franchises and cosmologies are overwhelmingly complicated, both of them can actually achieve about equal levels of power. Alduin's able to devour the Kalpa, which contains infinite realities, and Tiamat co-created the first world, which was shadowed into infinite realities.
Now, let's quickly address the elephant
my
in the room
fucking
to
God.
anyone who's knowledgeable about these characters. Even these are, simply put, very low ends for two very cosmic entities. But the truth is, regardless of leeway, they would continue to just about match each other every step of the way.
Kalpas have higher spatial dimensions, so does the material plane. Alduin can potentially scale beyond dimensions altogether. That one's a little shakier, but even so, Tiamat can as well, and much more concretely if it comes down to it, via upscaling things like the Topaz Crusader affecting the Far Realm.
But we are, of course, beginning to veer off into things that distract from the core point here, since both their most impressive direct feats and more fringe arguments let them go blow for blow, and both, of course, can reach incalculable degrees of speed, it's simplest to just call it a draw here.
Oh my.
Meaning it's... Wait, hang on, doesn't that indicate a tie? How'd Tiamat win?
Well, that's because there's still
Axe?
something missing. Something important and
Wait,
wholly
come back.
unique in comparison
Worship.
to other matchups.
Worship.
of
It's
Alduin.
It's gonna be.
After all, these aren't just your average, everyday flying lizards. They're gods. Figures spoken of by men in equal
Yup.
parts fear, but also reverence and worship. And fitting of that moniker is the final piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about their divinity.
Divinity?
Tiamat has a whole
Okay,
laundry
yeah.
list of immunities that encompass basically anything Alduin could throw at her. But at the same time, if Tiamat had no surefire way to put Alduin down, the fight could theoretically spiral forever. And given the only way to do that is to put down Alduin's soul, something which he's resisted before, that's easier said than done.
Meanwhile, if Alduin proved a superior deity, he'd be able to overtax Tiamat's own resistances and make sure she stays dead. So that leaves us with $2 million questions. Who's the greater god here, and could Tiamat ensure Alduin was gone even if she was?
Really, this is just one question, and Tiamat has a perfect answer to it. Since we've already established the pair could trade blows forever in power, you might assume the pair are equal on the totem pole of gods. But remember the metric for status Tiamat works off of: belief.
While on the surface they might initially seem comparable in this regard, looking a bit deeper tells a very different story.
When he returned to Tamriel, nobody thought of Alduin as anything more than an old mist. At least, not enough people to put him above the sort of clout Tiamat has, like, oh, I don't know, having an entire kingdom blame her for every single thing going wrong in their day-to-day lives.
Even at his prime of renown, Alduin's mortal followers never really got past fringe cult status, and the inhospitable climate of Skyrim leading to a lower population in general means Alduin, especially as an entity sometimes not even considered a full-fledged god by the Nords, could not stack up to Tiamat in that regard. All that faith would ensure Alduin would have no way to put Tiamat down for good, but how exactly does this let Tiamat keep Alduin dead? Well, it's the same principle, just reversed.
As it turns out, Alduin's physiology is actually very similar to that of the D&D gods. Both are made of ideals, both embody concepts, and both are basically unkillable at the hands of, well, anything.
And, similarly, both resist having their soul tampered with on a fundamental, absolute level. But, remember, all these immunities can be bypassed by superior gods.
Effectively, Tiamat can not only kill, but manipulate the souls of any gods below her on the ranking, who, just like Alduin, can normally resist all that and more.
So they're kind of
And because of
a
Tiamat's superior divinity,
reverse
Alduin's
decomposition
normal defenses
to
would not be able to hold up
Sugar,
to
Why?
the
Because
who
she's more
Just
beats
like
Vidoe to
the
kill the
other
other
gods
one
he reigns.
permanently.
Alduin was an unrelenting, cosmically devastating force, well
Holy
deserving of
shit.
the
Dang.
mantle of World Eater. But Tiamat's equally
God,
mighty
that
power,
was some
And they beat
onslaught
Goku
of
though?
magic,
close one,
and
man.
quantifiably greater godhood was
And they beat
enough to
Goku,
leave
though?
the Devourer devoured in kind.
This
Good
honestly
thing,
might
too.
be their
We
closest
didn't want that
battle.
fight to drag
Literally,
on.
like, dude,
Even if
they
Alduin
just
held
matched on like
advantages,
every
they wouldn't
fucking
let him
stand,
couple
just could
win,
not
And the
die.
Chromatic Queens just Tiamatted a
True.
lot
I was
more.
expecting like a
This match's
huge
winner
stomp for Tiamat, but
Is
holy,
Tiamat.
like,
Alright.
oh my god,
I mean, I knew like Dungeons and Dragons was strong, but
like
that
I knew it was
strong.
like crazy, but
Yeah,
like
because
not
I
like
know
this.
Vector fights Doom, and I heard that's debatable, but like I didn't, dear lord,
But like after
like
learning about
huh?
Tiamat, like what the fuck, she's just something else, dude. And the fact Alduin was able to like be comparable to her, what?
Just, I don't
It's
have
good.
words.
These games.
Dude, oh my fucking god.
Really good episode though.
That's probably like one of the best episodes, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Top
really
5
liked
or
it. I
top
enjoyed it.
3.
Wait, Origin?
I forgot Origin. Yeah, Origin was in this. I forgot about that.
What?
He was in
He
the trailer.
voiced
He
Alduin.
voiced Alduin?
Huh? Whoa. Okay.
He did a good voice for Alduin. A really good one. Additional blogs.
Alright.
Oh, Raven versus Dark. There's a track? Oh, so that's what
Oh,
the.
hold up.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay,
see.
that's
Try to find
sick.
this.
Yeah, because that track sounded good. Oh god. Next time.
Oh boy, come on.
I don't know what it gave. Maybe Pokemon for the fun.
Beetlejuice?
Beetle- Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters?
Oh! Okay. That's something.
This would be so wacky. I know it is.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Also, it fits for this month as well. Oh my god, that episode is
Wow.
fucking insane, dude. Holy.
God, gently dropping us some of these insane feats.
Wait, what the fuck am I supposed to say about those? Also, the penis monkey.
They're probably like the strongest characters they covered so far.
Literally, like, this was.
I think so.
Let me
Have they
check.
did another Dungeons and Dragons episode? I don't think so. Yeah, like compared to all these other, well, nah, the Lord of the Rings, Nali. Yeah, like out of all these, yeah.
Actually, there's the SCP guy,
Oh
whatever his
well,
name is.
yeah, 6-8. Besides 682, these two are just holy shit.
There's also
Uh,
Cell. They can definitely beat him.
Like really, versus Vilgax is like close, but like this is just Jesus, man. That was a very fucking good episode. Honestly, this
Really
would
good.
be
I'm gonna
cool
try
as
to
an
find.
actual episode for Death Battle with the shit they showed. Like, holy.
I just want more Dungeons and Dragons episodes.
Doom Vecna's like your chance
Exactly.
there.
At this
Like,
point,
holy. At this point, yeah, because I want to see what other crazy I want to see them do Doom versus Vecna with how crazy shit gets. And what else? What other matchups?
There's like, what
There's
was his
so
name?
many. Holy shit. It especially with the Elder Scrolls, like, oh, I did not expect Alduin to get that far too. Like, what are those fucking feats, bro? Who thought of this?
There's like, I know there was one I found kind of interesting.
Climb
Holy, these fuckers could just not.
Now I really am more invested in Doom vs. Beckham because like, what kind of stuff are they doing
What the
in
fuck
that
does
fight?
Vecna have? Like,
Because I hear a lot that it's either like extremely debatable or like Beckham just straight out wins. So like, how strong you gotta be if you're beating Doctor Doom?
that's what I'm saying. Because Doom wins like almost every matchup he has, and then after learning what Tiamat has, like, what the fuck does
He may
Vecna
be
have?
cooked.
Is Doom cooked, bro? Cause they mentioned Vecna in this, but that was only a joke. Like, what the fuck? Ah, I gotta give props to fucking Alduin. He held his fucking ground, bro. Dude actually had
Yeah.
ties and shit. Like, what?
His fans were more, devoted. He probably would have taken it.
Basically.
Exactly. If he wasn't sent to the future, probably would have won.
Oh my god. Ah. But next
I
time will
do
be
like
pretty
that
fun,
they
honestly.
like they're only. It's kind of like a Goji Magma situation where it's like it was really hard for me to really figure out who would like
Who
win.
will really
So they
die
kind of had
because
to
of
do like a
the
verse equalization to make it, somewhat fair. And that's how they came out like who would have won. I think that's really cool. I like that.
Oh, look who joined.
But dude, oh my. But next time is gonna be so fucking funny. He's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice versus the Ghostbusters. That matchup sounds so stupid.
I know the banter is going to be really fun.
I mean,
Beetlejuice trolling the
Beetlejuice just
Ghostbusters team the
doing it for
entire
the love of the
time.
game, bro. It's fucking around. They're trying to catch him, and it's like, nah.
I think the worst
Pretty
part
sure
is
that.
because someone has to die. The Ghostbusters. Bro. I don't want to see. I don't want to see them die, man. What's up, my boy?
Oh yeah,
Or
there's
somehow
a
they'll clutch up.
Dracula and another D&D matchup. Dracula versus Strahd.
From Castlevania, Dracula.
Yeah,
Oh,
and just, vampires or something. I don't know.
right. Look for that one.
God, this makes me so surprised that Death Battle actually hasn't like done a Dungeons and Dragon episode. Holy. Yeah, out of
Oh,
all
there
these
it goes.
episodes, yeah, that's my favorite, honestly.
I still think I prefer Koro Sensei versus Monokuma.
Fair.
Oh my goat died. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my
Besides Vilgax
favorite
versus
Fair.
Ridley, even though,
is
Ridley lost, but like,
probably it's probably Auto Victor for me, just because big Spider-Man fan, and I love how they covered Auto. And I am kind of a bit into League of Legends because of Arcane, so
Mm.
I did get it. So it hit me in a way that's I liked it. So it's probably my favorite.
unironically,
Chaos versus
I
Vortex was
haven't
really
seen Link
fun.
versus Tarnish, unironically. But this
I
one's a
haven't
good
either.
episode. I actually love this episode. This one's actually pretty cool.
That one was good. I like that one.
Underrated.
I do want to see this as a Death Battle episode because it seems pretty fucking cool. The actual army fighting and all that. I remember we saw this one as well. Steve Target, this one would be cool. Another cool. Somehow hasn't been done.
Service Scarecrow.
We
Still
don't talk.
shocked.
I don't mind this. Good. There's a lot of these. I actually like this one. Sandra, I mean, obviously. Gandalf.
And there's
Wait, there is another Dungeons and
uh,
Dragons.
Oh,
well, yeah, well, that one's kind of
who
like
won that one?
that's my least favorite.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Moral check. This one's fine. I don't mind it really. Luzanne, we already know. I'm not a biggest fan of Doomsday 682.
Deserve.
Cell Metal, very controversial. I don't care.
I wonder why.
I would.
Yeah. Ben versus the How, effectively.
I don't remember
It,
watching Chris
that,
versus Nask. I think I just skipped to the end or some. I don't remember.
I know AJ did.
Yeah,
I was
AJ,
like,
because I
okay,
think AJ said who won. And I watched this one on my own. That was pretty funny. It was stupid. I saw
yeah.
this one on my own. I thought it was alright. I think it's fun. But obviously, Sinestro was. And then
I'd probably
I
say my
mean,
top
me
three.
and Coda watched this one together already. Vilgax was really pretty good one.
Yeah. Let's say my top three right now is like Koro Sensei versus Monokuma, Chaos versus Vortec, and then like probably this most recent one.
Yeah, this one has to be my third one, and then it's like first one is Vilgax was really, then probably Thrall versus Gus. I'll probably say that, yeah. I'm excited to see what next time would bring, because that'd be funny. I mean, we're gonna get it like after Blade versus Buffy, but like, I mean, we still got other shit, so.
Ooh.
But
Pretty sure like the Ghostbusters get to like high multiversal or something. I don't know.
I
What?
think I've heard they get high, yeah. I heard they get high.
What? They're normal guys. What
It's
the
because I
heck?
think it's because of their equipment or some shit. Because I've heard like some shit they get high.
Man, you can tell them they have immeasurable reaction speeds.
Yeah, they do.
Is that going to tell me next? That they're
No, no, I don't know
immeasurable?
because I think
Yeah,
I've heard. I heard.
it says multi plus Ghostbusters is consistent.
What?
What? Where is? I'm just looking through the Death Battle Discord and just several like messages about that they're being multiversal.
What? What do they have that just gets some?
Those
What
persons are
monster?
found.
Yeah, what did Beetlejuice get to?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I think he probably gets his off his high fees from the cartoon. I think he gets like I think from what I saw, solar system.
Solar system?
I don't know.
Probably gonna have to
Let's
wait and
see.
see, cause like, or well, Coda, you could
Hope
probably
this is gonna
snoop
be a
around
small
and
building.
see.
Who knows? It could be like a Spawn
Okay.
Rider situation where just like he just out hacks them to death.
I wouldn't be surprised considering how stupid he is. But like constant fucking multi is insane for like those people. They just hunt ghosts. What the fuck are they hunting? Gods?
Probably.
What's next? They're gonna somehow like hunt down Alduin himself and win. That's stupid. I did not expect this reaction to be that crazy, honestly. I was expecting it to go on and it's just like, yeah, that was all it was obvious or some shit like
They're dragons. What do you
holy.
do?
Yeah.
Thank God I was wrong.
Oh, content that isn't just us watching the video in silence.
Like, oh my God. See, this is why good making content is good. Yes, 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 yes. The penis monkey.
True, true.
Honestly, I'll probably just wrap it up there because I mean, what else do we have to say? That was a pretty fun
Uh,
episode. I'm ready for well the next episode. That'll probably be out after Blade vs. Buffy or whatever we'll get out.
Yep.
But absolute cinema, that's all I'm gonna say. Pretty fucking
Really good.
sick ass episode, honestly. Did not expect it to be that very fucking close, like what it is, but oh.
I didn't
Anything,
realize
I got anything
Tiamat
else to
was a
say?
girl.
Oh yeah, that as well. I did not know she was a girl. That's a woman. But do you have to say anything else, both of y'all, before I end it?
I mostly joined the Discord, but
I mean, that shit's dead.
they
I mean, I could just put it in the
did,
comments, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll probably see that. So like, I
yeah.
always put it like last time where I accidentally forgot, but I was like, oh, but then I was like, I almost forgot. Whatever. Yeah, join it if you want or not. We're not forcing
I got
y'all.
a
It's
bit
really dependent
for
on
this
you.
one, so I might got a bit for this one. I'm sorry, our loyal fans. I don't have a bit for Z to add here.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you got something in the end, so whatever. Holy
Yeah,
shit, it's almost like an hour of this recording. Wow.
really?
Yeah.
How much
We
is your
literally just
average
hit like
recording?
51 minutes on the recording. How
Oh,
long was that episode? 30! What the fuck?
oh, okay, that
That's
explains.
34 minutes.
Feature
Holy shit.
feature length film, man.
Dude, that actually felt like, no wonder. I was
When,
like, dude, this episode feels long as shit. Like,
well, I mean, they had a lot to cover.
I mean, I'm glad
That's a
they covered all
lot.
that shit. Like, that got me interested. They got me hooked. Honestly, I wouldn't mind it if, like, next episode is, like, pretty short, but, like, at least have fun with it. Just be creative. So,
Yeah,
yeah, because this episode caught me off guard with the amount of shit they did. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty long episodes.
Hey, how long
I
were
don't
the
know.
other
Why is
episodes?
Lose and 30 minutes?
What? Oh my god. Wait. Ock versus Victor was 35.
I think most of the episodes are just over 20. Never mind, I see
Yeah.
when it's
Oh,
below 20, 17, 40.
17 and then
Listen,
tw
you're far. Yeah.
oh my. Mo
They're losing.
Oh my god. 29, 30 minutes. Holy, their episodes are fucking long. But I mean, I would take it. I
And
like long
make
episodes, honestly. I like watching long fucking videos, like essays and those shits are more fun than like short videos. Well, it depends on it really. But yeah,
Depends on what
that's
kind of series they're covering.
because I mean I don't know shit about Dungeons and Dragons, so like this was pretty cool to
Being
learn.
like,
I know Alduin because like I
oh,
mean Alduin.
yeah, getting over like 10 minutes of like Dungeons and Dragons, I can get behind that. Getting like 10 minutes of like Amphibia, no thanks.
Now that, but like this, and you made it 30 like minutes. Like holy shit, and they explain everything. That shit got me off. Because I was like, how is Alduin gonna do shit against this? I was like so interested. I was like, oh my god, like what the fuck? Oh my god. But yeah, good episode. That's all I'm gonna say.
Really good episode.
Really fucking good. But as I said, we'll probably be back on whatever episode, whatever video. I don't know. Anything could happen, honestly. But obviously, I gotta edit this. But like, I'm probably not gonna put a lot of shit in it because I mean, there's nothing really much.
that
But
many themes or things
just,
like
it's
that.
probably just gonna be like a raw recording. So whatever. I'll
Probably.
probably put some cuts out in here and there, but like, you can just have like mostly a raw reaction. So
Yeah.
toodles, I guess.
Bye bye.
Bye. Dab,
Oodles.
say bye now, right now. Right now,
Oodles.
right now.
It is good poodles.
Bye.
他左手走位立起，那我又不能闪。现在到我路了。
哦。
你妈个逼呀！